Good evening, y'all. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. It's not quite Shabbat Shalom, but it's real close. Okay, for the noon prayer, I tried to read it last night and had fallen asleep. Now this time, I've taken a little nap, and I think I might be able to do it. We'll see. It's so peaceful today. You know, anytime you feel like you're dying, you let things go. And today I had another near-death experience, and so um, it just feels so peaceful. Like nothing really matters. I mean, all of this could have not happened today. All of this. And so some people get really upset when that happens, but I'm going, I am this close, this close, this close, this close, this close to eternity, everlasting eternity. So this is the Feast of Unleavened Bread. I can't leave you hanging. I got to tell you something, right? It was Feast of Unleavened Bread, and weird things have been happening to me, and I think I'm healthier for it. I mean, the first day, my knees quit hurting, and my wrist, my wrist, I had carpal tunnel in it because I write so much. Well, that went away. And then the next day, it felt like my head, I mean, literally feels smaller, like it was swollen on the top and puffy, and now it's flatter and not puffy, not puffy at all. Like all the lemon's out. And then today, now I did do something that could have caused it. I did use the Wi-Fi box for 2 hours. I did setting up my work, okay, where I call my customers and stuff. Then when I got done, I got done a good day at work in just 2 hours. Yehovah bless me. I unplugged the box and the tower, and brought it even away from the computer, intending to put it in the safe so I wouldn't get any more exposure today, since I had exposed myself a little more than I'm used to. And I sat down in my chair, but I just barely put my butt down on the edge. And I threw everything out of my arms and went back flat like this, holding myself. And I could feel what felt like somebody had popped a balloon and air or water or blood or something was, and I was sticking my fingers down in my stomach trying to stop it. And all I can think of, the fact that it was painful at the moment, and if I was going, okay, I'm bleeding to death. I'm internally bleeding to death. This movement in my aorta, I can feel it. I had my son put his hand there. He could feel it. And he could feel it like that. Like water pressure coming out of a hole. And anyway, I laid there. I went and laid down on the bed as soon as I got a little bit of relief, and was praying and screaming out, "Send angels, help! Send angels, help!" I summon angels. I I dispatch angels. I couldn't even say what for. I mean, I was hurting so bad. I would take another deep breath and I just say, "To help me!" And my son started running around the house and turning all electronics off to see if it was causing um, a gallbladder attack or something, because it's what it felt like. Also, it felt more like a gallbladder attack, except the fact that my gallbladder attacks never felt like something gushing out of the organ, right? And in the gallbladder, it made me think gallbladder too, because I was feeling it in my back too. And I laid there for a few minutes and everything went back to normal. And I prayed and thanked God and, a Yahuwah, right? And I was going, okay, I didn't bleed to death because I feel great. I mean, I feel right as rain. I feel great. I feel like, okay, I thought that this next breath was my last every, minute for about 15 minutes. So, and usually when you have a gallbladder attack, your whole sides hurt. I mean, you hurt bad. Like you've been bruised inside. I'm going, I don't feel that. I feel perfect. I feel thumbs up, right? I feel great. So I had just promised to take the boys out to get some fish. So we went to the fish house. And we all ended up eating, well, most of us ended up eating either chicken fried steak or um, um, chicken fried chicken. And come back home. I felt so new and so fresh, like a newborn baby inside, emotionally. My heart, my soul, actually. It felt like it's just like I mean, I was laying there and I could feel what felt like. I could feel myself flying out of my body several times. I mean, I really thought I was bleeding to death. I called for new organs, and I said, I call for new organs as many times as it takes. Because if it's breaking and re-breaking, I said I need as many gallbladders and livers and hearts as it takes, and blood that it takes. Send help, angels, send help, bring help, and then literally, I felt whoo, 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 like that while I'm laying there, where I was coming out of my body and back in, out of my body back in. I really thought it was over. And then now, it's like, there's so much peace. If you ever experience the other side, even if it's just like that, I mean, it was frightful because I thought, how are the kids going to make it without me? How is my husband going to make it without me? I was only concerned for them. I mean, I was pleased that, not in pain. I mean, I was not happy about the pain little bit, but I was pleased that I would be going home. And yet I don't want to. I even said out loud, I said, I shall live and not die. I said, I shall finish my course. I want to live every last day and see the glory come first before I leave. I was just proclaiming all this stuff. Yeah, so when boom, you're fine. I go, okay, I didn't see an angel or anything. I did feel this whoo, 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 but I didn't see an angel. Hi, Deborah. Hi. Let's see who else is saying hi. Let me see. Oh, somebody got all kinds of wind. I'll just call you official. Hi, official. Hi, VR. Hi, Zoom. Anyway, all that. Just love to just talk through and tell y'all that, and let all the ones that come in and out and are gone, right? They zoom in and they zoom out. Anyway, I don't know if that's effect from the unleavened bread where my gallbladder needed a cleanse and it got it. Got my brain was feeling like that yesterday, but it wasn't scary because I didn't think that I was bleeding to death. If your head starts going, it's just going, oh yeah, I must be in a weird place, right? But I think what's happening is the lymphatic system in my head was just finally opening up and washing out. But then today, I don't know how to explain this. I mean, I do not have words, except that maybe I was getting, like I was on the operating table and getting a clean out of my liver or my gallbladder. That's all I can imagine. That the living waters were flushing out my organs. You know, there's a scripture about Yahweh will check your kidneys. And I've read that a couple of times and I'm going, what? It's going to check your kidneys? Yeah, it's going to check your kidneys. And sometimes your gallbladder, your liver, and your kidneys on that right side will get an evil spirit in them. And so Yahuwah will check your kidneys, the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh. Yeah. Will check your kidneys. And I don't know if I won't have another experience like that or not. It's something I haven't had. It's been 11 years since it's happened to me. And it wasn't like that. It was just like, whoop, and then nothing, right? And then we went and got an ultrasound, and at that time it was a large clear cyst on my left ovary that had burst. And so the fact that I'm alive and gallbladder attacks never last. I mean, never last that short a period of time. You know, they're extreme and for a long time and very painful. Even after the fact, right? That I kind of think that it might be my right ovary have done the same thing as my left ovary did. So praying that that all works out, because I'd like to stay a little longer, especially now that my soul feels well. My soul feels like, okay, death is not so bad. I'm sorry for rattling on for people that go, you know, your life doesn't matter to me, right? But for people who have experienced lemonade making all their life, then they can appreciate what I'm telling you. That life has given me lemonades, even though I'm not in a wheelchair. I'm not a paraplegic or anything like that. because that's how people describe their life when they can't even get up and get around, right? God gave me lemons, and so I made lemonade, right? Well, my my lemons are other people. Um, I've had one experience after another of pressing and crushing and pressing and crushing in my life. Um, and I know you came on here for a prayer call, but to let you know that Yahuwah is standing beside you. Alua, your love of your life, the joy of your life, the peace of your life. He never leaves you nor forsakes you. His name is Yahusha. And something has to vibrate the atmosphere like happened today for you to see that he is here. During all that, my youngest was angry that I had taken the Xbox, I mean not the Xbox, but the tower and turned it off. The what do you call it? The Wi-Fi box, right? And I said, "Well, I guess you don't care if I live or die." And he goes, "I really don't." And then of course he apologized later, a couple hours later. But so he hid my phone, and I'm going, I don't care. I'm out of here, guys. So it does not matter if you hide my phone. Like, yeah. So I'm sure that all of y'all got all the easy kids to raise, and I've got the 5 hard boys to raise. But it'll be worth it all, because Yahuwah says that I am raising the nations. I am raising the nations. So Yahuwah has a plan for each and every one of them, and each and every one of them will be a nation in the millennium reign. I am raising the nations. It's an important job, right? It is not easy. I'm sure raising Isaac and Ishmael was not easy either. That was hell on earth every day that they had them together, right? Until they separated them. I could easily raise any one of my boys. Anytime I go out on mother son date, then we did great. I mean, we did great. We're awesome. But anytime they're together, it's like Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious! And I just have to go, y'all, you gonna miss me when I'm gone, right? Because y'all are lordy, turning me 40. I mean, that's what I used to say, Lordy, you're turning me 40. Now I'm 50. I'm still here. I don't know how, but I'm still here. Okay, prayer call. So yesterday I started the prayer call, and I got to the noon part, and I stopped because I think I fell asleep for a period of time on the last one, on the morning call. We prayed with Max today at Friday 8 a.m. And it was good to hear that he got to speak to the king of Jordan, and that went well. And that it sounds like the king really appreciated hearing about the dreams that Max had about him. So, and that he said that he would love to look into the files of like the prayer calls, and see what Max is all about, what God is all about, Yahuwah, that he experiences, how Max here experiences God. Here we go. Psalms 46, verse 10. Sorry for taking so long. Let's see, somebody said something, right? Miley says hi. Jody Girl says, hi, sunshine. I'm glad you're feeling better. Yes, thank you. That's right. Just a sojourner passing through. Yes, that's right, Jody. Okay, here we go. Psalms chapter 46, verse 10 is the first thing that we got in the tongues and interpretation. Be still and know that I am Alua. I am God, right? I am exalted among the nations. I am exalted in the earth, or the eretz. Let me read that one more time. Be still and know that I am Alua. I am exalted among the nations. I am exalted in the earth. Now this part is the tongues and interpretation. Do you know the answer to these questions? How I let's see. How I am I okay. Uh Wait a second. I put 2 commas around this I because without this I it makes sense, and then with the I it kind of doesn't make sense. He's put like, how am I to live in the end times? It makes sense. But he said, how I am I to live in the end times? And he does this to emphasize, right? That it's how you individually, right? What, and I'm going to read it the way it would make sense to me, the next question. What am I to do? And my part of it. But then this is how Yahushua gave it to us. He said, what am I to do? And my part of it. Then he gave us Colossians chapter 1, verse 2 through 29. So buckle up, Buttercup. Oh, and then we were underlining last night. We were underlining words. Let me get my pen. We were underlining last night to see common words, common thread, right? So we can underline I am 3 times in that first verse. And then in the questions, you can underline I am. You can even do I am I, because that's what he says, which sounds a whole lot like I am that I am, right? Okay, going on. Colossians chapter 1. I was eating a potato. Sorry, guys. Colossians chapter 1, verses 2 through 29. To the Quodeshim in Colossae, and true brothers of Mashiach, favor to you and peace from Yahuwah, our Father, and the Master, underline Master, Yahushua, Messiah. We give thanks to the Yahuwah and Father of our Master, there's Master again, Yahushua, Messiah, Mashiach, right? praying always for you, having heard of your belief. I think we underlined belief last night. And heard, maybe? I can't remember. I'm not going to underline it yet. Having heard of your belief in Messiah, Mashiach Yahusha, and of your love for all the Qadeshim. Love was one of them that we underlined. And at this point, I think we can underline Qadeshim. There's twice just in this one group of scriptures here. Because of the expectation, now expectancy was on the yesterday, and here's the expectation, that is laid up for you. So he's put it away for you, right? That is laid up for you in the Qadeshim. So love for the Qadeshim and treasure is laid up before you in the Qadeshim, which is like the family of Yahuwah, right? Because of the expectation, underlining expectation, that is laid up in the Shamayim. Okay, we got to put laid up twice, because I saw laid up twice. Laid up and laid up in the Shamayim, of which you heard. Okay, heard was definitely a word that we've been seeing. It's twice tonight. Before in the word of truth, of the Besorah, which has come to you, as also in all the world it is bearing fruit. I think we had bearing the other day. And growing. Now, I know growing is going to come several times in this group. I'll go ahead and underline growing. Bearing fruit and growing as also among you, since the Yom you heard, underline heard, and you knew the favor of Yahuwah in truth, as you also learned from, learned was enlisted in the gifts of the Spirit, I think, or something. Learned from Ephesus, Epapras, Epaphras, who Epaphras, our beloved fellow servant. Okay, servant is underlined. Who is a true servant, servant underline, of Messiah, on your behalf, who also declared to us you love, underline love, in the Ruach, in the Spirit, right? That is also, now this part is a prayer that many people, Christians, pray. That is also why we, from the Yom we heard, from the day we heard, have not ceased praying. Okay, so what did they pray? Pray for you and ask that you be filled with the knowledge, underline knowledge, of his desire in all wisdom and Ruach-like understanding, underline understanding, to walk, underline walk, to walk worthy of the master, underline master, pleasing all bearing fruit, underline bearing. We could underline fruit too. That's several take place too. Bearing fruit in every good work. Okay, work is underlined, and increasing in the knowledge. I think increasing is too, but definitely knowledge. I'm pretty sure we've had increasing before. Let's see. Of Yahuwah being empowered with all power. Now, I know we've had power a couple times. According, yes, according should be underlined. According to the might of his esteem, for all endurance and patience, with joy and giving thanks to the Father who has made us fit to share in the inheritance needs to be underlined, of the set apart needs to be underlined, sharing in the inheritance of the set apart ones in the light. Now that's interesting. Who has delivered us, I'm going to underline delivered. I remember hearing that last night. Who has delivered us from the authority, I'm going to underline authority. I'm pretty sure we get that a couple times. Of darkness, and transferred, I know we get transferred at least twice, and transferred us into the reign of the Son of his love, underlining love, in whom we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of the invisible, the forgiveness of the invisible Yahuwah, the firstborn, I know first is underlined, needs to be underlined. The firstborn of all creation, because through him were created all, I'm not sure if I should underline creation or created. I think it was created that we had last night. All through him were created all that are in the Shemayim, and that means everything in the sky, and that are in the Eretz, on the earth, right? Visible and invisible. Whether thrones or rulerships or principalities or authorities, underline authorities, all have been created, underline created, through him and for him. And he is before all and in all. And we're just going to underline all there. And in him all holds together. And he said, and he is head of the body, the assembly, who is the beginning, the firstborn from the dead, that he might become the one who is first. Okay, so first should definitely be firstborn, because we saw firstborn before. Might become the first, underline first again. In all, underline all. Because in him all, underline all the fullness was well pleased to dwell through him. Pleased might be one of them. I'm not sure. I'm going to wait. Through him, you could underline all the through hims and in hims. Oh, you could too. It sounds a lot like through him, through him. You know what this reminds me of? It's Ephesians. All the in hims and through hims and for hims in that group. Through him to completely restore, to favor, all to himself. Underline all. Whether on Eretz, on the earth, right? Or in the Shemayim, in the sky. Having made peace through the blood of his stake. So this version says stake instead of cross. And you who once were estranged and enemies in the mind by wicked works, underline works, but now he has completely, underline completely, and here's completely again, restored, there's restored twice, he is completely restored to favor in the body of his flesh through death, to present you Kodesh, that means set apart and holy, and blameless and unreproachable before him. So he's presented us to him for him. If indeed you continue in the belief. Okay, underline belief. So you believe, but you have to continue in the belief, right? Founded and steadfast. I think we had steadfast, but I'm not sure. I'm going to wait. Founded and steadfast, and are not moved away from the expectation of the Besorah. Now we have Besorah today, which you heard. Heard should be underlined. Which was proclaimed to every creature under the heaven. Which the Besorah was proclaimed to every creature under the heaven, of which I, Paul, became a servant. We underline servant, who now rejoice in my sufferings for you. He's rejoicing that he's in chains for you. And fill up in my flesh. And fill up in my flesh. That's interesting. What is lacking in Messiah? What is lacking in Messiah's afflictions for the sake of his body? So he's saying that maybe Messiah hasn't suffered enough, and that's why Paul has to suffer, because he's making up for any lack of suffering that Messiah might have had on behalf of the saints. That he's filling up the cup, the cup of suffering, and he's rejoicing in it. He's rejoicing in filling up the cup of suffering in his flesh. Whatever is lacking in Mashiach's afflictions, as if Messiah didn't suffer enough, right? Like, have you ever read that? It makes you wonder how much suffering is coming, you know? For the sake of his body. Well, who's the body? We're the body. The bride's the body. For the sake of the body, some apostles, some disciples, they have suffered, right? For the gospel. Okay? And for the sake of the body, right? So that by his stripes we are healed, right? Which is the assembly. Okay, that's the church, right? In this text it calls it the assembly instead of the church, right? For which I became a servant. Now Paul's saying he's a servant of the assembly. Underlining servant. According to the administration of Yahuwah. And to according, right? It's underlined. And the administration of Yahuwah, which was given to me for you. So he's saying Yahuwah, the Father, gave this, he administered this to me. To fill the word of Yahuwah. So fill again. This time not to fill the cup of suffering, but to fill the word of Yahuwah, to fulfill it, right? The secret which has been hidden from age and from generation, but now has been revealed to his Kodeshim, underline Kodeshim, to whom Yahuwah desired to make known what are the riches of the esteem of this secret, underlining secret, because that's twice where he says secret. Go back and underline that other word. Secret. Y'all ever read that book, The Secret? Okay, of this secret among the nations, which is Mashiach in you. Whoa! Mashiach in you, Messiah in you. That's the secret. The secret is Messiah in you. That's the secret. That's the glory. Messiah in you. The hope of praise. When we announce, warning every man and teaching, underline teaching, every man. Okay, underline every man. In all wisdom. Now, I think that's second time for wisdom. In order to present every man, underline every man again. Perfected, that's more than once on perfected. In Messiah Yahusha. So now we have Messiah in you, and here we have in Messiah. For which I also labor, striving according is underlined, according to the working, work is underlined, of him who works in me. In me should be underlined. In power. Power should be underlined. Okay, so now let's jump to the big book of Timothy, not one of the 66 books. And he says, the kingdom or the reign of Yahuwah shall come when there is a hand for a hand and a foot for a foot, Okay? And I have marveled at that and tried to figure out what it meant. Well, I didn't have to one day when Messiah manifested in me. I could feel his jaw coming out of the side of my face. His face is a little bigger than my face. And I could feel his feet in my feet, but they were bigger than my feet, so they stuck out. I could feel him in me. And his hands in my hands. And his hands are longer than mine, so the fingertips hurt as he comes pressing out, stretching me so that he can be in me. And then the most painful part is when he manifested in my chest and my lung area. When it stretched to fit him, and then I could actually feel him outside of me that he really didn't fit. It's like he pushed me just as far, and then as he came in and manifested in me, that I reached to grab my ribs as I felt him in me. And this is the esteem of this age, the one that we're starting right now. And this is what we're reading about here in Colossians. If you think it's something else, more power to you. But this prayer call is talking about in him and him in us. Okay, then he gave us Colossians 4:18. This greeting is in my own hand. There's your hint. In my own hand. So Yahusha, the Messiah, is greeting you through your own hand. Or through someone else's own hand. Paul, remember my chains. So Paul, Paul is speaking, right? Remember my chains. Favor be with you. I'm not going to underline chains but it means he's saying, remember my servanthood, right? But, some people are serving in chains right now. Like the Christians in Iran. And Paul was saying, I'm serving this way so that you will remember when you are in chains that I also was in chains. And he obviously was experiencing the greeting or the manifestation of Messiah in his hand to cause him to write all these books, right? Without pain. Because I've written these books and I've experienced pain. You can't just keep writing and it not hurt. Now, I've wanted that manifestation of his hand in my hand. I want it to happen on my terms when I want it to, but it doesn't. He shows up when he wants to show up. Okay, now back to the tongues and interpretation. When there are severe trials, okay, have they used severe yet? My brain says, I can't remember. But, so I won't underline it. When there are severe trials and great persecution what Allah or God wants you to do today is what I want you to do tomorrow. In other words, he's saying, pray the word, continue to meet and gather and pray in tongues and receive a word when the persecution comes, when severe trials and persecution comes. That insinuates that maybe we will have that kind of experience here in America. We might, right? And he says, when that happens, do what we're doing today, right? Do it tomorrow. So put on your spiritual armor and do what Allah tells you all to do. So do, again, that all tells you to do in my word. For now is the time, just in case you didn't know, that now is the time to serve. So we underline serve. To fight and to live for me, Messiah. To pray with my prophet and friends. Fight today. Okay, fight was twice. And today it has been several times. And live today. Live's been several times. Living for Allah today is how you are to live for Allah tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow is definitely, today and tomorrow is definitely repeated there. So just keep on keeping on. Don't stop being consistent, right? Don't worry about whether you have enough food or enough money or lighting or place to stay. The most important thing is to get your Bible out, read your Bible, write down what God tells you, make it plain. Don't stop, right? He gave us Colossians chapter 1, verse 4. Having heard, underline heard, of your belief, underline belief, in Mashiach, Yahusha, and of your love, underline love, for all, underline all, the Kodeshim, underlining Kodeshim. Then he gave us Colossians 3, verses 12 through 15. Therefore, as chosen ones of Yahuwah, set apart, underline set apart, and beloved, put on compassion, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, patience, bearing with one another, and forgiving each other. If anyone has complaint against another, indeed is twice too, because yesterday we had indeed. As Messiah forgave you, so also should you. But above all, underline all, above all these, put on, okay, put on was twice. By the way, put on, I saw like putting on a garment. And you hear that in there's a word, a song that says, Put on the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that we might be trees of righteousness, the planting of Yahuwah, that he might be glorified. Anyway, we put on things. You don't have to feel like it. You don't have to. It didn't have to be your thing. You just put it on. Which, let's see, put on love, which is a bond of the perfection. I know we had perfection at least twice. And let the peace of Yahuwah rule in your hearts. Hearts. And rule. And indeed, you were called in one body. Okay, now, body, that's the second time for body. And filled with thanks. So, it's not that we're going to get filled with thanks. It's not that we have it, but that a spirit of thanksgiving is going to come over us, right? Okay, now we're back to tongues and interpretation. Depend and rely on me, your Eloah, or your God, right? For he is leading grace. He's leading grace. Wisdom, now wisdom's definitely second time. And strength. Have faith in me. Trust in me. Not in yourselves. Then he gave us Colossians chapter 1 verse 5. And then I heard verse 7, right? And I got tired of writing. I'll have to look that one up. But in this one part that I did write down, it's servant learned, okay? As you also learned from Epaphras, who is a true servant of Messiah on your behalf. Okay, now, because we've read those verses already, but what is he highlighting here? The BYNV, that's the book for me. I stand upon the word of Yahuwah, the BYNV, that's the book for me, the BYNV. The BYNV. See, we have to make these new songs up, okay? Because all the songs that we sang as kids were to program us. And they weren't easy songs. The BIBLE, you know? That's the book for me. Well, it's not the book for me anymore. It's the BYNV. That's the book for me. Okay, Colossians chapter 1, verse 4. This BYNV is a little hard to find. Okay, there's verse 5. And there's verse 3. So somewhere in between here starts verse 4. Okay, there we have. Having heard of your belief in Messiah Yahusha and of your love for all the Kodeshim, and then dropping down to verse 7, as you also learned from Epiphanius, who beloved, um, our beloved fellow servant, who is a true servant of Messiah on your behalf. Okay? On your behalf, I think Paul said that about his suffering, that it is on your behalf, or on the behalf of the body. Right? And okay, now this is tongues and interpretation now. And always remember what I have done for you, that I have saved you, redeemed you, reconciled you. Underlining redeemed. Reconciled you to Elua and rescued you. I think rescued was the second time too. From the domain of the devil, and transferred, and underlined transferred, and transferred you to the kingdom of Messiah, Mashiach, right? Colossians 1, verse 13 and 14. Who has delivered, underline delivered, who has delivered us from the authority, underline the authority, of darkness and transferred, underline transferred, us into the reign, underline reign for in kingdom, let's see, underline reign, of the Son of his love, underline love, in whom we have redemption, underline redemption, through his blood. I think through his blood has been said a couple times too. The forgiveness of sins. Forgiveness was there once too. Forgive or forgiven or something of that effect. Okay, then he gave us Colossians chapter 2, verse 3 and 4. In order that their hearts, underline hearts, might be encouraged, underline encouraged, being knit together in love, underline love, and to all riches of the full confidence, underline full, of understanding, underline understanding, to a true knowledge, underline true and knowledge, of the secret, underline secret, of Yahuwah, and of the Father, and of the Messiah. Now this verse is verse 3. So all that, I guess I wrote it without getting the right one. So here's verse 3 and 4. In whom are hidden all the treasures. I think treasures was one. And secret and hidden are pretty much the same, right? In whom are hidden all the treasures of wisdom, wisdom's underlined, and knowledge, knowledge will be underlined. And this I say, so that no one deceives you with enticing words. Okay, that part about this I say that no one deceives you with enticing words is important, okay? Because you got the crazies, Christo religion, that is some kind of wacky pretend of Christ in you, right? Um, but what I just described to you about Messiah being in me, that is the pure, undefiled religion before God, before Elua and the Father, and Elua, which it means love, joy, and peace, the one true God, before the Son, Yahushua, and the Father, Yahuwah. Okay, that comes from James. That's a quote from James. Okay, now back to the prayer call. Now this part is not underlined either. No matter what your season, I feel like we've had season before. Of waiting, underline waiting, looks like, rest in the promise. Underline promise. That I am, underline I am, with you, protecting you, defending you, and loving you. Look at all those yous. You can trust me to deliver, underline deliver, you and loving you. Delivering you when the time is right. Now that right there is a take. Because I fell asleep. I remember, and it said, when I get back there, I'm going to fix that and take you up. The word up wasn't there. And take you when the time is right. I'll have to listen to the prayer call again tomorrow and make sure I got that word right. When the time is right, right? When the time is right. Man, we can't wait for that, right? That he's going to take us up. He's going to take us. And we did communion, and Billy Brim said, Heavenly Father, Yahushua. She didn't use the word Yahushua. You take us and we take you. Okay? You take us and we take you. Psalms 27, verse 14. Wait. Underline wait. On Yahuwah. Be strong. Okay, be strong was one in already. And let him strengthen your heart. Let him. That was last night. Wait, I say, on Yahuwah. On Yahuwah is twice. Yahuwah is, okay, pardon me. This is Psalms 23. Yahuwah is my shepherd. Nothing do I need. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads, underline leads, me beside still Mayim. He returns my breath. He leads me in paths. And leads again. Path again. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. When I walk, underline walk, through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You spread before me a table in the face of my enemies. You have anointed my head with oil. My cup overflows. Only goodness and loving kindness follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of Yahuwah for the duration of days. That's like saying for the end of days, but it means for all the days, for the duration of my days. And that's what we should be doing. We should be waiting on Yahuwah and dwelling in the house of Yahuwah for the duration of my days. Okay? Because if you thought it was hard now, it's fixing to get hard. But it will be easy if you just do today, do tomorrow what you're doing today. If you're doing this. Okay? Okay, today, underline today, and this is tongues and interpretation right here. Today, today, remind yourself that Allah is looking for ways to show kindness. Show kindness should be underlined. And mercy to you, Trump. I might seem silent. Trust that I am should be underlined. I am arranging the circumstances around you so that you see my glory. When you did you see that Trump was manifesting Messiah last night in the address of the nation about the war on Iraq? I mean on Iran. Don't mean to be adding to. Just Iran. Nothing else. Just Iran. Okay. But the fact that there was a glow about his face to the point that you almost couldn't even see his face. He looked like Moses. Okay, my glory. When your wait is over, underline wait, I am, underline I am, never idle. Okay, so he's still working, right? Even when your wait is over. Hallelujah. Okay, then he gave us Ecclesiastes 3, verse 1. For every matter, there is an appointed time. Even a time for every pursuit under the Shamayim. I wonder if pursuit's twice. I bet it is. You underline it. We'll see. Isaiah 30, verse 18. And therefore Yahuwah shall wait to show you favor. What is he waiting? God is waiting to show us favor. He's waiting for us to get in line with his word, right? Yahuwah is waiting for us to get in line so he can show us favor, right? And therefore he shall be exalted and to have compassion on you. For Yahuwah is an Alua of right ruling. Blessed are, got some moisture on that page. Blessed are all, underline all, those who wait, underline wait, for him. Galatians 6:9. And let us, underline let us, not lose heart, underline heart, in doing good. Okay. For in due season, okay, season's obviously okay, second time. We shall reap if we do not grow weary. Grow and weary. Okay. Okay, now this part, Billy Graham and the crew decided to add yourself in. Okay. Find yourself is added. Okay. Find yourself freed from your secret, underline secret, sin. Stop worrying and trust Alua in tough time. When Alua seems slow to act, that he is not in a hurry. Okay, so he seems to be not in a hurry, right? And slow to act, but that's just our perspective because we can't get home fast enough. I literally was happy to be able to stay another day, and yet I literally cannot wait to get home to my Yahuwah. And I did not see him today, as I said. Did not see him today. 2 Peter 3:8. But beloved ones, let not this one thing be hidden. I'm going to underline hidden. From you. That with Yahuwah, one yom is as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one yom. Now there is a secret there. I know it. There's a hidden secret right there. I think he's telling us the wait's over. Then Lamentation chapter 3 verse 25 to 26. Or maybe we have a long time to wait. We either have very little time or we have a whole lot of time. And there ain't no in between. That's what I think that means. Okay. he said we didn't have long, I think, in the first call. So we'll see. Lamentations 3, verse 25 and 26. Yahuwah is good, underline good, to those waiting, underline waiting, for him, underline for him, to the being who seeks him, underline seeks. It is good, underline good, both to wait, underline wait, and to be silent. Okay, now this part is important. This is he's telling you how to wait on him, right? For the deliverance, underline deliverance, of Yahuwah. Wait and be silent for the deliverance of Yahuwah. Okay, this part of the tongue's interpretation is not underlined. Alua is good, underline good, to those who respond to his pursuit. There's that pursuit again. And seek, underline seek, his face. When you all, underline all, faithfully seek, underline seek. This is when you all faithfully seek me. That means that we all have to get in unison. And we all must seek. Well, how long will it take for my husband to seek? I do not know. Seek me, your Alua. I will rewards you. Okay, he said that our reward is in his hands earlier. So reward should be underlined. I will reward you with blessings. Commit to continuing to trust, underline trust, and turn towards him. Me, your Yahusha. Luke 18, verse 27. And obviously, I fell asleep without writing it. Another one where I just fell asleep. Like, la-di-da, la-di-da. Luke 18, verse 27. And he said, what is impossible with men is possible with Alua. Is possible with Alua. Okay, so like this morning when I just about died or did die, I thought I should call an ambulance because this is really it. This is really it. I said, there will never be an ambulance to get here in time. What did they do in the Bible? They called the priest. I called the priest, my high priest, Yahushua HaMashiach. I called for my high priest. And what is impossible for a doctor is possible for Alua, Yahushua, right? He returned my being back. I don't know if it was just a dumping of trash, that he was just like cleaning out a bad organ that had built up in it, or if I did break an aorta like I felt like, and he had to give me a new descending um, aorta, because that's where it was, descending aorta. I don't know. But what's impossible for a doctor, a man, is possible for Olua. And I stand here before you today. I'm a little white. I could use a little color. But I'm alive. And I'm joyous. And I actually feel better than I did all day. I mean, it felt like I was leading up to something bad all day. But I pushed through just like I do every day. And I walk in the Ruach. I walk in the Spirit every single day. Ever since 2019, at the very end, when I started getting sick, I had been somewhat sick before, but when I started getting to the point where every time I went to around anybody with a cell phone, the pressure was getting greater. And then God did surgery right there on that bed. And that one took 60 days. No, it was 30 days, and 30 days. It was 90 days. It took 90 days of him working on me. It was not an easy fix. But I still went to my high priest. Now, I don't force anybody to go to my high priest. But I highly recommend him. I've gotten checkups on my children every time I thought that they needed it, or if they thought that they needed it. One day, I rushed to go to get an exam for one of my sons, and I went to 4 or 5 different clinics trying to get an exam. And I finally ended up in Houston emergency room to finally get an exam for my son. And because that was during COVID, and they really weren't seeing patients during COVID. It was during 2020. Anyway, but I am not interested. I've had surgeries done on me that I had in writing told them not to do on me. So I should say procedures with a knife done on me. So I'm not interested in that. Going to a anyway. I just rather wait for Yahuwah to come, Yahusha to come. I wait on him, just like I did today. Wait on Yahuwah. Wait, I say, on Yahuwah. Okay, he gave us Matthew chapter 6, verse 34. Do not then worry about tomorrow. Now, what tomorrow was in here? I remember that. For tomorrow shall have its own worries. Each yom has enough evil of itself. Trust in me. Okay, guys. That would have been really short if I didn't share any, because I shared like 20 or 30 minutes at the beginning. And then I stopped a couple times and gave you examples. Now, for the icing on the top, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Yeah. This is just highlights what we highlighted. Okay. I am coming. That's all we underline on that page. Good works. Prepare. Walk in them. So we're to walk in good works, right? And that was the 10 commands, right? Formed. New. Means he's had relationship with us, right? And it was about being in your, before you were in your mother's womb, right? I did set you apart. Nations. Purpose. Nations. Created. Purpose. Walking according to my plans. Actually walking in me. Now we know his plan. It's actually walking in him, right? I would oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't supposed to read that. Going just to the underlined words. Walk in my plans. You have my spirit. Walk. Worthy of the master is right there. Our master pleasing all. Bearing fruit. In every good work. Increasing in the knowledge of Yahuwah. Pleased, servant of Messiah. Set apart, Ruach. With boldness. Know the plans I am planning. Plans obviously future plans to give you a future. prophet. All the plans encourage you to seek my wait a minute. It's all the plans for you and encourage you to seek my seek me, not seek mine. Seek me. Seek to live. Plans worker. It would be approved worker. Wisdom gives to all eagerly searched for me. Ruach of power and love. My mission by trusting the word of Yahuwah or Alua. Authority I give you. My servant. Authority I give you, my servant. Faith. Walking. That's like walk, faith walk, right? Faith walking. Alua's purpose and plan. Faith in my words. Accordingly. According. Serving. Teaching. Encourages. Encouragement. Sharing. Leading. Teach. I think it's show compassion. Teach. Trust in Yahuwah with all your heart. Speak. Love. Seasoned. Faith. I am coming. I'm reading all the underlined words that we underlined. The repeating words. You have my spirit. Oh, reward in my hands. Your reward in my hands. You have my spirit. Lead. me, lead me, seek me, find me, search for me with all your hearts. Let's see, plans, heart, whatever you do, do it heartily as to the master, knowing the master, the reward of the inheritance it is the master. You know what your reward is, right? It is the Messiah. He is your reward. You serve. Messiah, Master Mashiach, you serve. That's your reward, guys. That's the secret. Whatever you do it for me. Love. Alua's no, I don't think that was reported. Alua's purpose growing in me, my purpose for you all. So as we seek him, his purpose is growing in us. It may not look like it, but it's growing, right? Love, knowledge, filled with fruit. There's sincere again. Let's try that one. Love, knowledge, be sincere, filled with fruit. Through Yahushua Messiah. With me, your servant, an understanding heart to rule, to discern, to rule, lead, in your paths, lead in your paths, strong, seeking life changes, seeking guidance for life changes. Let me know the way, walk lifted up, be lifted up, delivered, or deliver me. Yeah, lifted up, deliver me. Teach good pleasure. Or maybe it's just teach good. Let your good Ruach lead me. Ground, teach me. Teach me paths. Lead me, teach me my deliverance. On you I wait. Seek change. Trust in me. Be still and know that I am Elua. I am exalted. I am exalted. Do you know? I am? Or you could say, do you know I am I? I am I. Quodesium. True brothers in Messiah. Master Yahusha Mashiach. Master heard belief. Having heard your belief. Love, Quodesium. Expectation, laid up, Quodesium. Expectation, laid up, heard, the Basora. Bearing fruit, growing, heard, learned, fellow servant, true servant, of Messiah on your behalf, not on your behalf. Love, heard, you be filled with the knowledge of his desire, all wisdom, understanding, walk worthy of the master. Yeah, if he's going to be in you, you got to walk worthy. Bearing fruit. Work and increase. Good work every good work and increase in knowledge. Or it could be increasing knowledge. Power, according to, let's see, according to his esteem. All endurance, inheritance of the set apart ones, delivered, authority, transferred, the reign of his love, in whom we, oh no, I don't need to just read the lines that are marked. All created the firstborn. No, it's the firstborn, all created. Should be, I got to do the redemption in the blood, probably. Through his blood. The firstborn, all created. Trying to read all of the words that he repeated so many times and see if there's a message there. Authority through him and for him. All the assembly, the body, the assembly, the firstborn, first in all the fullness, through him, completely restore all to himself. Works completely restored to favor in the body. Indeed, belief the expectation of the Basora heard proclaimed to every creature, a servant sufferings fills up, with sufferings is not double, fills up in my flesh what is lacking in Messiah's affliction for the sake of his body. Assembly, a servant according to the word of Yahuwah. The secret hidden revealed Quodesium secret among the nations. Messiah in you. Every man teaching every man. Wisdom in order. Every man perfected in Messiah. According to the working of him who works in me in power. Whew. Today, I'm sorry. Today, tomorrow, do all. Do the time, in the time, should we all do in my word is the time to serve, to fight, to live, to pray, my prophet. Fight today, live today, living today, living for Alua today, live for Alua tomorrow. Heard, belief, love, all Quodesium. Set apart, put on, bearing another, complaint another, indeed, forgave all, put on love, perfection, rule hearts, rule in your hearts, I should say. Indeed, one body, in one body, filled rely on me, your Alua. Leading wisdom, trust in me. Learning wisdom, learning true servant on your behalf, of Messiah on your behalf. Redeemed, rescued, transferred, kingdom of Messiah. Delivered, authority transferred, reign, love, redemption through his blood, the forgiveness. Hearts encouraged, love, full understanding, true knowledge, secret. should be true knowledge of the secret. Hidden treasures, wisdom, knowledge. This I say, so that no one deceives you with enticing words. Waiting, promise, I am with you. You, or if you added protecting you, defending you, loving you. You trust me. To deliver you and loving you. Take you. You when the time take you when the time is right. Or when the time, it'd have to be when the time is right. Wait on Yahuwah. Be strong. Let him strengthen your heart. Wait on Yahuwah. Leads, paths, walk. Your. I'm going to have to shut this off. You, my cup, overflows, loving kindness. I shall dwell in the house of Yahuwah for the duration of my days. Today, show kindness. I am you, my glory. Wait, I am every matter, appointed time, even a time for every pursuit. Wait, I show you favor. All who wait for him. Let us not lose heart. Good season. Grow that grow weary may not work. Secret time. Hidden. Good waiting for him. Is good. It should be say hidden is good waiting for him to be to the being who seeks him. Good, wait and be silent. Deliverance. Good pursuit. Seek all. Fulfilled rewards. Trust. Tomorrow. Trust in me. Ooh, I got it done. God bless you. I don't know if you got anything out of that, but I thought I'd do it because there's a lot of repeat words. Good night.